People don't give a fuck what you say. A lot of people do not understand this. They care about what you do. All of a sudden, you second guess so many obstacles in my path.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say
You don't think that you gonna make
it
it?
seems like there's something standing in my way. Keep relying on
It
tomorrow.
could change the entire trajectory of your life. You the baseline. The moment that they see you not display the things that you preach, it don't fucking matter. You feel me?
What's going on, everybody? It's that ordinary podcaster with the extraordinary thoughts that tells you to stop being great and be extraordinary. I'm your host, Demetrius Thigpen, also known as Meech Speaks, and welcome back to another episode of the Meech Speaks Podcast. Now, before we get started with this podcast, don't forget to head on over to your favorite stream platform, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or even YouTube, and leave this podcast an honest review, because this podcast deserves to grow just as much as we do. Also, I'm saying it now so that way everybody knows, man. Like, everybody knows. New merch is dropping. And the thing about this merch, man, is that a while back, I started this collection, right? And I wanted to get into dropping merch. But due to timing, due to work-related issues, due to it just wasn't right. I shelved it. And now I feel like I'm in a space where I can share it with you. So this summer, I'm dropping the Being Human collection. And it would mean a lot if you grab a shirt, you know, and don't just grab a shirt, take a picture with it. Honestly, I normally say don't work out in my shit, you feel me? But work out in it, you know, cook in it, you know, go out in it. Like it really, I wanted to symbolize you just being human. So you're hearing it now. New merch is coming soon. But anyways, let's get started with today's episode. And today's episode, you know, honestly, bro, I'm going to just say this, man, because I don't know who need to hear this, but nobody gives a fuck. All right? Nobody cares, bro. And I don't say it in a morbid way, man. I just want a lot of people who's listening to understand this. If you having a bad day right now, guess what? Nobody really give a fuck. All right? Nobody cares. All right? If you think that you are going through life is giving you on a list of strongest soldiers and getting some of the toughest battles right now, and you going through a storm, understand that nobody gives a fuck. All right? Nobody gives a fuck. All right? You think that life beating you down right now. You feel me? You think life beating you down and you looking around wondering like, when you gonna come up from this? I promise you, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I say that, man, because we look to our left, we look to our right, and we want people to feel bad for us. We want them to give us sympathy. We want them to come rescue us. But the reality is that nobody cares. And when you realize that nobody cares, when you realize that nobody is coming to save you, that's when you are liberated. That's, man, dog, where this is coming from, man. Like, where this is coming from, right? Last week, man, we was at work. And for those who don't know, I'm on recruiting duty. Right now, I'm working up at MEPS. And we're at the end of the month. We at the end of the month. You feel me? And we looking at the tracker. You know what I mean? Like, we looking at it and we see like, damn, man, they about to put 20-something people on deck. We got 20-something people about to ship out, man. Like, damn, like everybody in the room, we all complaining. We all upset, you know? And I'm like, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, because regardless of the situation, we still got to make something fucking happen. Regardless of the situation, we still got to make this play. You feel me? We still got to make this play. I don't care how bad it is. You feel me? Like the obstacle is big. The team is out of our league. But regardless, we still got to show up on this field and we still got to fucking play. We still got to make something fucking happen. And when you realize that regardless of the situation, you still have to make something happen, that's liberating. When you know that nobody else is going to come save you, that's fucking liberating. And with that being said, man, let's go ahead and jump right into this fucking episode. Now, the first thing that I will say is that struggle doesn't stop responsibility. And I will say that again. Struggle doesn't stop responsibility. I don't know who need to hear this, man, but just because you having a bad day, that don't mean that shit not about to happen. You feel me? I don't think a lot of people understand, man. Like, and I remember I was sitting with a coworker, bro, and he came into work. He upset. You feel me? He had some shit going on at the house. You know, him and his old lady, they getting into it. And he came in to work, bringing what he had at the house to work. You feel me? Not to mention, it's also, we got a lot of shit going on. I'm talking about it's a lot of moving parts. You feel me? So chaos is high, tensions are high, and he's messing up on little shit. And as he's messing up on the little shit, he's making a big deal about it. Like, you ever seen somebody, like, as soon as they fuck up something, they're like, damn it, fuck. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? What the hell is going on? He says, nothing, man. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. So we still working. You know what I mean? And he started messing up again. And I look over, I'm like, bro, what the hell is going on, man? Like, what's up? He's like, man, I'm just having a bad day. I looked at him and I said, me too. I looked at him, I said, me too. He said, man, I hate this job. I don't want to be here. I said, me too. But I'm going to tell you this right now. You're about to have a worse day. You feel me? He said, what? I said, dog, I'm telling you right now, your bad day is about to get much worse. Because if you don't lock the fuck in, and if you don't get this shit together, I'm going to make your bad day a lot worse. So I need you to step outside. Take a deep breath. You feel me? Take a deep breath. I don't care. Count to 10. Do you smoke? Do you vape? Go downstairs and get some air. All right? But when you walk back in here, I need you locked in. Now, a lot of people, man, like they think that I'm saying that from a uncaring place. No, I'm not. You got to remember, man, like regardless of how good your day going, how bad your day going, shit still got to fucking happen, man. Like we love to like quote like some social media guru or some motivational quote about how we have to move the boats or stop being a bitch, or no matter what the day is, you know, the day got to end. Like, bro, nobody cares. All right. If you a parent, I promise you, man, like you can have a bad day. As soon as you walk through that house, you better go ahead and look alive. As soon as you walk through that house, you better look alive, because them kids been waiting all day to see you. They don't care about that bad day. You could have stayed in your car, got yourself together, then come in the house. If you a leader, you know it better than I do. That, yeah, man, you got shit going on at the house. You probably got something personal going on. Hell, you probably having a rough time at work today. But you know, as soon as that Marine walks in, you're going to look alive, because they coming to see you. You're needed in that moment. You said, this is my responsibility. In the darkest hour, on the toughest battle, when God said, who shall I send? You said, send me. You said, send me. So in that moment, man, like nobody really gives a fuck that you having a bad day right now. Get your air. Take a step back. But that struggle, right? That's not going to excuse. That's not going to erase. There it is right there. That's not about to erase your responsibility, because those things are still present. So I will tell you, your struggle does not erase your responsibility. Another thing that I would definitely just say, man, is the simple fact that a lot of times, bro, we feel like, or let me rephrase that, we are waiting to be rescued. And honestly, when I say we, I'm probably not even talking about you. You feel me? Whoever, I'm probably not even talking about you. But I feel like lately, man, it feels like a lot of people are just waiting to be rescued. Job getting the best of you. Taskers piling up. Yeah, life kicking your ass, you feel me? And you just looking around, just waiting to be rescued. That's what it is. You know what I mean? You looking around waiting for somebody to bail you out, to lend a helping hand. You know, you can hop on social media right now and you can see some random stranger give another stranger, you know, X amount of dollars, and they get to crying, talking about they pay my bills. You hoping that's you. You hoping that that's you. That's never going to fucking happen. That's never going to happen for you. All right. Now, I'm not saying that it won't. I'm just saying, man, like when you realize that that's not going to happen, you're going to have to start depending on yourself. Best thing that my mom ever did, man, was allow me to see her raise 2 kids on her own, because even on the tough days, she still showed up. Even when I saw her cry, you feel me, because she didn't know how to pay a bill, how to put food in the refrigerator, how to make a birthday work, how to make a Christmas happen, man, she still made it fucking happen, because she knew ain't nobody coming. Ain't nobody coming to save me right now. When I left Detroit, Michigan, and I got to California, man, I had to realize that, man, ain't nobody fucking gonna come and help me when I need it. My family 2,565 miles away. I'm on my own. One of the best things that ever happened to me on recruiting duty was realizing that nobody is coming to save me. And to be honest with you, regardless of the situation, I still got to make something happen. I remember it, man, my first year on recruiting duty, dog. Like, man, my first year on recruiting duty will always be one for the records, man. That will be one for the books, man, because that was a rough year. And honest to God, I don't know how I made it. I really don't know how I made it through my first year on recruiting duty. And I was just talking to my friend Shafe, man. Y'all know Shafe. But I was talking to him and he said, hey, recruiting duty wasn't looking too good on you in the beginning. I said, bro, I don't know how I was able to do it. And I remember it was about like October time frame. And I had got sick, and I got real sick. You feel me? Around this time, though, also during October, I had already sent 5 kids on deck. You feel me? I had sent 5 kids up to MEPS, and each kid was getting disqualified for some shit that I couldn't even pronounce. I'm talking about habitual wrist dislocating, some type of damn stigmatism, some type of shit that I had to look up in the medical damn books to find out exactly what the hell it was, you know. And then I also had a ASVAB failure. And I will tell you this right now, okay? One of the hardest things on recruiting duty is finding that qualified applicant. You feel me? You're going to find a lot of people. You're going to encounter a lot of people. You feel me? But to find a qualified applicant that will say yes and then get him to go to MEPS, that's hard. You feel me? And when they get there, you got to pray on that, because you don't know what the hell going to happen when they get there. And I'm talking about 5 people that month I sent up there, and all I got was no's. All I got was DQs. All I got was, hey, Thigpen, go pick up your kid. They done. And I was beat down, bro. I remember I was beat down. And my boss, man, like, he's still telling me, make phone calls, go to the school. Hey, did you go do that? You know, still piling up fucking taskers. And I finally just let it all out. And I told him, man, I said, man, I hate this fucking job. I hate this, man. How many people do you want me to fucking keep sending? I ain't got nothing. I'm on a fucking 0 and I sent 5. And he let me vent. And after I had cooled down, he looked me dead in the face and said, so what you got for tomorrow? I was hot. I was fucking hot, bro. I was hot. I was mad, man, because regardless of what I had said, because he looked at me and he was just like, I mean, what you just said is what every recruiter is going through, or what every recruiter has went through. You feel me? But regardless of the situation, what do you got for tomorrow? Like, what you gonna stay in this day right now? You feel me? And I want to just take a moment and pause for a second, because a lot of times, bro, like, we have these bad days and forget that the day gotta end. You feel me? We have these bad days, man, and we think that this day is about to carry over to the next day, or this is about to be a bad year. But the day gotta end. And when that day ends, your ass still gotta start the next day. You feel me? Like, you still gotta have something for tomorrow. Like, we'll sit back and make these goals for these future plans about our lives. And then as soon as we have one bump in the road, you forget that you still got shit going on for tomorrow. You know, you still got to make plays for tomorrow. You still got to make shit happen for tomorrow. And when he said that, man, was I mad? 100%. Did I feel like he didn't give a fuck? 100%. But he was 100% right. What do I have for tomorrow? And in that moment right there, he didn't help me. He didn't sit next to me and make phone calls. He didn't do any of that shit. He walked out. I took a deep breath. I went and picked my kid up, came back, and I started making fucking phone calls because I need to have something for tomorrow. Because ain't nobody about to drop a contract in my lap. Ain't nobody about to make something happen for me. I got to make it happen for myself. And I want to say that, man, because I don't know who need to hear this. But dog, man, like, you got to make something happen for yourself. Nobody is coming to help you right now. All right? And as we move into the next subject, man, like, I really want people to understand that when I say nobody is coming to help you, it's not that they don't give a fuck about you. And I know I said earlier, like, hey, nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. The reality is, man, is that everybody is dealing with their own fucking problems. All right. I don't know who need to hear that, man. Like, you think that you drowning. You think that life beating your ass. You think you in a tough battle. Look to your neighbor. They going through it too. Look to your neighbor. They in a tough battle too, like beating their ass too. You think you the only one that life just got done beating up on? No, they beating him up too. You think you going through some problems? I promise you, your neighbor going through some shit too. And they see you. They know you going through it. They want to reach out and they want to help you. But how can they help you when they are barely even able to help themselves? How can they help you when they barely even able to help themselves? I'll never forget, man, I got a friend right now. He looked at me. And I remember I was talking to him, man, and he was telling me about his problems. And I was like, brother, if there's anything that I could do, please let me know. He said, all right, I need you to help me. And I looked at him and I was like, bro, I can't do shit for you. He told me what he needed and I told him I couldn't do shit for him. And I know, man, like that shit fucking punched me in the face, man. It dropped a pit in my stomach because he called me out on my bluff because I thought that I really could help him. But the reality is that what he had described, bro, like, I'm like, dude, like, I'm barely getting by myself. I'm barely staying you drowning. Don't even realize because you just see my legs. You don't see my head yet, but you don't even realize my mouth is the only thing out the water right now. I'm drowning too. And that's the reality when you really look at it. And that's why I tell you, man, like, ain't nobody coming to rescue you because the person that you looking for him to come rescue you and he looking for somebody to come rescue him. You looking for somebody to come help you. But here's the thing is that they looking for somebody to come help them. And when you realize that everybody else is going through it and you're not the only one, that's liberating. When you realize that nobody can come help you because they are also being suppressed, that is liberating. When you realize that you are the one, you're not the only one in this fight and you are not the only one getting your ass beat, that is also liberating. Now, here's the thing, though. Just because I've said all of this, right? I've said that, nobody gives a fuck. I'm telling you that people have their own problems. That does not give you, right? That does not give you an excuse to not be fucking human. That does not give you an excuse to exclude empathy. That does not give you an excuse to be a fucking menace. Because we love to go pain for pain. And everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about, man. One thing about the Marine Corps, one thing about being in the military, we love to go pain for pain, bro. You going through some relationship problems? Well, goddamn it, I'm going through a divorce. Oh, man, you worried about missing your kids' graduation? Well, I missed their birth. Oh, man, you having a rough time sleeping? Well, I'm an alcoholic. We love to go pain for pain, bro. And then on top of that, not only do we like to go pain for pain, but we also like to use that as an excuse to be an asshole to somebody else. Because you've been through something worse or you feel like they problems ain't as bad as yours. But I will tell you this right now, just because you can't save them doesn't give you a reason to be an asshole, doesn't give you a reason to be a menace. Let me rephrase that real quick. Just because you know somebody is going through something doesn't give you a reason to be an asshole. It doesn't. Just because you know that they got to figure that shit out, that don't give you an excuse to be a fucking menace. You still a fucking leader. All right? You still got a responsibility to the people around you. You still a member in this community. You still a villager in this village. Yeah, they got to go through this, but you ain't got to make it worse. You ain't the added supplement in this equation, if that makes sense. And I bring that up, man, because it's so easy to do that. Now, as we come to a close to this episode, one thing that I just really want you to understand is that life is going to get hard. Yes, life will get hard. It will beat you down. And you can look to your left, you can look to your right, but the reality is that you got to save yourself. You got to be able to get yourself out of this situation. Because to be honest with you, ain't nobody coming to save you. And when you realize that, that's when you're able to save yourself. And just like that, another extraordinary thought left this ordinary mind. I hope you enjoyed this episode half as much as I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to head on over to your favorite streaming platform, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or even YouTube, and leave this podcast an honest review because this podcast deserves to grow just as much as we do. Stay hungry, stay motivated. I'm out.